Alright guys, today we're going to talk magazine stockpiling. If you're watching this video, you might be a little behind the game, but you do have some time to make some preparations for the upcoming election panic that will naturally happen right around election time. You've got a few weeks of lead time to get ammunition and magazines put back if you haven't been doing so already. And maybe you're just looking to expand your current reserves. So here we go, moving right along. We've got these standard Magpul Pmag. We're all familiar with these. Most guys would recommend buying as many of these as possible. I have another recommendation that I will be showing you as the ultimate stockpiling mag, and that has to do with weight and price. You can get Pmags as low as $10 from time to time, but they usually range in the $12 to $15 range. And because of that, again, I do have other recommendations, but I have had experience with many magazines from many major companies through the years. Another one that I have had great luck with is the Elander magazines from the Magpul group, and I applaud them because during the 2012 panic, they didn't raise their prices once. It was $20 before the panic, it was $20 during the panic, and they were shipping the entire time. This is a Generation 1. They have changed their mag catches since then, but I have had great luck with these. Next, we've got Hex Mag. These are right around the same price as what will be my recommendation. You do tend to see Hex Mags sometimes a little cheaper than Pmags in my area, but that does depend obviously on a number of factors. You know, what they can get the prices from their distributors, location, whatever. But that being said, these are usually anywhere between $9 and $15 for Hex Mags. This is the latest generation. I do agree they have a slightly cheaper feel than the older ones, but the end cap on these is a little more springy, so it does feel like it might be more resilient to hard blows or being dropped onto concrete. Next, we'll roll in the Mission First Tactical Magazine. This is very comparable to the Pmag. I kind of like these, the fit and finish, not as nice as the Pmag, but pretty comparable. It is a little more complicated as far as this plate for removal, but I don't really mess with that part of my magazines as much, so that's not really an issue. I've seen these on special for $9 to $10. Rule King is running a special on these, or was, and was just blowing them out at some local locations for as little as like $6 a piece. This is pretty ridiculous. So kind of hard to pass those up for the price, considering we already know they do make some other really high quality polymer products. Next, also a Magpul product. If you can pick these up, I would highly advise getting a couple Pmag 40s. I've had 100% reliability with these so far. Only good things have been really going around on the internet about them. The only difficulty being it is much harder to go prone with these than the 30-round magazines or even a 20-round magazine. So these are an absolutely excellent option. Do highly recommend picking up a couple of these because they only run 15 to 20 bucks, so just slightly more than their 30-round counterparts. But these polymer mags do have, in my opinion, one shortcoming, which I will discuss momentarily. Now this one is from PCA. This is a smaller United States-based company. And I've had pretty decent luck so far with the one magazine I've had. I haven't played with it very much, but so far, so good. Haven't really seen much on the internet about them, other than they have a very basic website, and it looks like they're relatively new to the game. But stopped at a gun shop while I was traveling, and I figured, you know, hey, it's been a few bucks, and buy some ammo and buy another magazine, and I'd never heard of this brand before, so I couldn't fully recommend it yet, but I may try and get some more of these, if possible, before the panic ensues. So stay tuned. I may just beat this one up, and if it's any good, I'll definitely give it my seal of approval, again, pending tests and some use and abuse. Next, and the final recommendation. This mag I recommend above all others on this table for stockpiling purposes, especially if you don't have many magazines in reserve. Up last, I have my ultimate recommendation. The one that I have plenty of experience with, the one that Battlefield Las Vegas says is a cut above the rest. They have destroyed most of the other magazines on this table. They've specifically stated they wrecked all the polymer magazines to come through Battlefield Las Vegas. And if you're not familiar with them, they're a machine gun rental range in Las Vegas, and the polymer mags just don't hold up to the abuse that these standard USGI aluminum mags do. So if you're looking for something for long-term use and abuse and neglect, you absolutely must go with the USGI aluminum magazines. This particular one is by D&H through Palmetto State Armory. These were on sale for $7.99 a piece when I picked some up, which is why I also recommend them above everyone else on this table, because they are so much cheaper for the price of what you can buy most of these. You know, at least this end of the table, you can buy 2 of these. Right now I think they're running for $8 or $9. And of course, they'll probably run another special right before or after the election, and that'll probably be the end of them for quite some time at Palmetto. There are, of course, other distributors for GI mags, and you can get them surplus. And I would not hesitate getting them surplus, because I was issued magazines that were 20 years old when I was at Fort Benning, and they were older than many of the guys in my platoon, and they still worked with 100% reliability. And those had been used and abused for 20 years in a basic training environment, and they still worked. I'll be linking the article below that Battlefield Las Vegas armorers put together from their experience with the magazines. It's just a real short paragraph, but that's why additionally it solidified my opinion that these are the best mags for stockpiling.